Hello. If you're new here, my name is Jamil. If you're someone who watches already, then well, you already know who I am. This video, I want to just this video is gonna be titled "Get to Know Me." I did a video that was a little bit similar like this, but the thing is if you had like a friend, you could talk about your friend. But I don't have no fucking friends, so I'm just gonna talk about myself because what else is there to talk about? There's nothing really going on. So, I'm just gonna talk about myself. I feel like sometimes it's hard to talk about yourself because it's like for a job interview, for example, it's like they ask you, oh, tell us about yourself. And then all of a sudden, it's like they're asking you about a stranger that you never knew. I feel like that's kind of what it is. But it's kind of just I feel like also it's just awkward talking about yourself unless you're egotistical, then you must fucking love that fucking question. But for me, it's even to want to make a video myself talking about myself, it's ugh, because I have to slow it down because I really want to think and really word everything properly. But if I had to talk about myself, I would say I'm very creative. Sometimes the way my creativity, for my room, for example, I feel like one thing about me is I'll say I'm all over the place yet somewhat organized, and that's why my room is low-key like a display of that, because from this little there's stuff all around, but I feel like there's so much things in my room on my wall, and it kind of looks like it's I wouldn't say it's unorganized because it comes together, but that's how it just makes me feel. I look around and it's oh, wow, and then it's but it looks like it works though, and I feel like that's one way to describe me. But I guess I can say I'm creative. um I can say I'm a lover. I love a lot. I love poetry, but right now with my poetry I'm in kind of a state of well, I'm taking a break from my poetry because the thing is poetry right now, it's I'm kind of, the thing is I'm always trying to elevate myself, so I was doing little poetry shorts, but the thing is I got sick of just sitting in front of the camera and reading a poem out loud and then that's it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to truly captivate what I'm saying and what I'm feeling and showcase it, and that's why I took a break, because the thing is, poetry is about metaphors. It's not all about metaphors, but you use, I feel like poetry has a lot of metaphors in it, and especially for mine, that's why it's one thing I'm example, it's if I said a heart, my heart being an anchor, an anchor for a ship, being the what holds the ship down and pulling it up when it's time to go. You see, if I were to say that, not everybody would understand what I'm trying to say. That's why if I were to showcase that, it would give a better understanding about it. And that's one reason, but also because well, like I said, I love love. I love love a lot. I'm not even exaggerating when I'm saying I love love. And the thing is, I haven't even experienced 100% love with somebody, but I still just know I love love. And with the current state of my poetry, I'm kind of stuck on a past situation, and I wouldn't even say it was with a lover or unrequited lover. It was more so, how would I even say it, with someone who was scared to love me. And it's here's the thing, I could understand wanting to shy away from the world with your love, not wanting to show it to everybody. But the thing is, how do you shy away, hide away your love from the world, but also from the person you love? It's just you can't do both things. You have to choose one or the other, but you can't do that. That's why I was this is not gonna work out. And my poetry is kind of stuck on that, because I'm kind of stuck on like the brim of what could it have been. And that's where I'm kind of that's why I don't want to pick up my pencil right now, because I already know the thing is, I want to write about what I'm feeling, and that's what I feel a lot of the time. So I know if I were to write about it, then that's all that would come up in my writing. And that's a part of, well, me being a lover. Like, the thing is that love, it lingers. Like, it's no kill switch to it. It takes time, but even as that time goes by, I know that it won't just go away. It'll stay there for a while. And that's another thing I realized about myself. Because, well, again, with my control thing, like, I just love, like, I feel the need to have, like, control over what's going on in my life. And, like, certain things like that, like, I don't have control about it, and it bothers me, so I look for a way to, like, control it in my head, and it kind of drives me everywhere. You know, one time my dad told me, like, we were having a little, like, how would I say this? A little conversation. It was kind of like, I wouldn't say a heated conversation, but it was like a touchy conversation. And he told me, like, oh, you're over analyzing the situation. But the thing is, that's another part about who I am. I do overanalyze. I break down every word because why did you say that? What does that mean? And the thing is, I go and I try to make sense of every little thing. And that's with people and with anybody, especially with people. It's like, if you come to me trying to hide lies in your eyes and you're trying to, like, hide in the shadows, you're going to have a hard time becoming friends with me, because the thing is, like, I like questioning people. The same way I question myself and challenge myself, it's the same energy I bring towards people. So people who try to lie and, like, hide and just try to be something they're not, like, I'm going to question your motives, because, well, it's for a better understanding of who you are. And if you don't like that, well, just try your best not to find yourself dealing with me, because that's exactly what's going to come out of it. What else can I say? What else can I say about myself? I feel like I'm good at talking, but you see, again, when there's, like, spotlights on me, I kind of have a hard time, like, bringing everything out to the front. I love piercings. I think piercings are an interesting way of, like, I feel like piercings give, like, a sense of swag. You see, like, I feel like this is a part of my swag. I feel like I could go without piercings, but I feel like piercings are just, like, I just jack piercings bad. Like, I love piercings so much. It's just everything. Oh, I love my family. I want to take care of my family. Sometimes my dreams of, well, being a YouTuber or whatever, sometimes they feel unachievable, but then I think about my family and the future that I have in store for them. And I'm like, you know, even if I don't want to do it for myself, sometimes I have to do it for them. And even with YouTube, it's like, the thing about me is, like, I don't go to school. I'm not in school. After I finished high school, I went to school for a little bit, but it's like, you know, when you just know something's not for you. And that's kind of how it was for me with school. Like, I just knew, like, this wasn't where I belong. Like, it's not for me. And that was my issue, because it was like, I wanted one thing that I could fall back on. But then the thing is, like, if I were to have that one thing to fall back on, it would be something that I don't want to do. And one thing about me is, with my life, I want to live it while being 100% true to myself and doing exactly what I want to do. And I know what I want to do, but it does not involve school. But it's like, what if I'm 30 years old getting canceled, you know? Like, then what? Like, what? I can't sit there on the brink of if y'all's fucking with me or not. Like, that's my fucking income right there. That's why if I have something to fall back on, then, like, it's different, because then even if y'all aren't fucking with me, then, like, I could always, like, have something to, like, fall on. But then without it, it's like, if my YouTube starts falling down, like Quibble Pop, if you know who that guy is, it's like, what do you do? I'm gonna be 30 and then it's gonna be like, oh, like, they're not fucking with me, I'm gonna have to go back to working 9 to 5. Like, I'm not trying to make it like that. But then it's like, again, I can't force myself into school, so it's like, clearly, like, it's gonna have to fucking be like that. It's like, I'm gonna have to try my best with my poetry, try my best with my YouTube. I'm gonna have to try my best with something, because something will have to work out for me. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would feel like I wouldn't be satisfied with myself and the way my life is going. So I have to just pick and choose something. That's what it is. I have to just pick something and just go with it. There's a lot I want to do, and the thing is, I have so much free time, and it gives me so much time to do stuff. And still, like, sometimes I love dreaming. That's the thing. Sleeping, oh my gosh, I love sleeping so much because when I'm sleeping, I feel like even though dreams could sometimes be unpredictable, you don't know what's gonna pop up. It's like I like dreams because, well, in my dreams, people, sometimes the people I see from my real life, it's another version of them, and it's like a version that I love. And that's why I'll wake up. The thing is, I'm not a morning person, so I'll wake up in the morning and I'll put something on the TV knowing that's going to make me fall asleep just so I could dream a little bit more because I love imagining things. That's the thing about me. I love things that aren't real. And in the dream realm, like some things and the actions of people, well, it's not real. And I think, well, it's cool to see like the better version of some people, like a cooler version of them, a more softer version of them. That's why I love dreaming. And I always use the word love because, well, I love, like when I say I love a lot, that's why I have to like have a guard up when it comes to some people. Well, a lot, I'll say almost every person because the thing is like, I know again where my love can take me. And it's like, it's a strong passion. It's a strong drive in love. And when my feelings are hurts, again, in my other video I said it, my emotions are a huge part of me, like a huge, huge part of me. So when my emotions take over and then that sadness starts to pour, like it's just it's not fun. And the thing is, you see, with all the time I spend by myself, some people they play video games, some people they walk, they go outside, they do this, they do that. But one thing about me is when I'm alone, situations that happen amongst myself, I like to diagnose them and I like to go over the other person's actions and my actions and think about future wise what I could do better to try to avoid this situation. And that's again has to do a lot with like my feelings because when my feelings are hurt or when someone makes me feel a type of way, like it's really gonna like when my emotions I know they're gonna draw out. If it's sadness, my anger, I'm in more in control of it. But my sadness, like it really just like even on a hot sunny day like today, if I was sad, like to me it would even look like the sky was still gray, even though the sun was out, which is crazy. And again, I wish I was making that up, but that's how it feels for me when my sadness comes out. That's why I try to keep all my emotions in check. But the thing is, when they're ready to come out, like I don't try to like hold them back because then that results in like what do they say, like the boil up, like letting something just build up, build up, build up, and then it's ready to erupt, and then everything just pours out. That's why I just let it spill. I let it spill so I could like avoid the big eruption. Because if I just let it come out in little portions, then when it was the big thing, it wasn't so big because there's not much left. And that's why I let them, my emotions do what they want. And again, that's why I thread lightly with people and I tiptoe because I'm just looking out for myself and for my respect and my well-being because again, I've taken a lot of time getting to know myself. So I know what hurts me. I know what I want to avoid. So that's why again, everything falls into the control thing. That's why if I told myself if I knew someone better, then that would also help me avoid getting hurt or avoid like future conflicts with this person. That's why me, with all the time I have by myself, it's like I like go as like maybe I should go into school for being a fucking detective because I'll really break down an entire situation. And the thing is, that's why, oh my gosh, like I could say so much because it's like, for real, that's why I have a hard time with some people because when they really try to sit in front of me and lie, and the thing is, when I like break down those words, what does that mean? And when I sit there and really sit there with myself and really like go over it, and then I make sense of it, and I'm like, oh, that's what this is. And then I bring it forward. They don't like that because again, one thing about a lie, if you want to live in a lie, you need to try your hardest to avoid the truth. And being in the midst of my presence, you're gonna have a hard time doing that because the thing is, I like to, like I said, I like to evaluate things. I like to understand things. I like to have control over things. And if you're lying and then you slip up and you say one thing, I'm going to think about that. That's the thing. I'm going to think about that. And then I'm going to think about past actions. And then I'm going to make sense of what that is. And I might not always confront it to you. I might just like build up a portfolio about you to get, again, better know, like a better way of knowing you. But that's just another part of me. Like I'm just everywhere and nowhere. There's a lot I want to do, but then I just want to do nothing at all, if that makes sense. Like, how do I say this? I'm the most motivated, unmotivated person. Like, I'm the most outgoing in certain senses, but introverted person. Like, that's how I feel. Like, with the right person, the right people, I can fully be myself, but then with the wrong crowd, like, I guess I'm like a fly on the wall. I don't know. Like, I just think about a lot. I talk about a lot. Like, if um sometimes I have to like just choose like when to end the video. If not, I would just, well, talk for fucking ever. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's just so much to talk about, and I really would just diagnose every little thing and try to make sense of everything, from why trees grow the way they do and do this. And even though the answers are on the internet, like, I want another sense of understanding from it, and that's a large part of who I am. I'm just, this is just what happens when you have a lot of free time. When you're by yourself a lot, well, you know, it's the same way if you're with someone a lot, you get to know them better. But when the same way when you're by yourself a lot, you start to get to know yourself better. And me, like, I spent a lot of time alone. That's why I know who I am. I know what I want to do. And I really do understand myself a lot. That's why when things happen out of the blue, I already know how I'm going to react. So when the reaction comes, I'm not shocked. Like, I'm never really surprised by my actions. Like, I already know what's to come because, well, I truly know myself and I understand myself, and I also love that for myself, that I know myself so well. And you know, it's always nice if there was someone who else who could know you as well, but the thing is, like, people, you just don't understand like their motives. Like, that's really what it is. Like, people, they just like, not everybody is like worth spilling your heart about. Like, and that's the thing about me. Like, the reason I sit here and talk in front of a camera all day is because there's no one other than my sisters, and still they have their own lives, and there's no one who I could say I have like my own person, someone who I could go tell my 100% to. And I'm not gonna say it sucks. It's just, again, me keeping my guard up and keeping myself protected, and that's just what I do, you know. And that's just what that is. And I guess that would help you understand me a little bit more if you cared. And that's all I'm gonna say for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, wow, that's a breakdown of Jamil. And well, that's all I'm gonna say for today. Now I'm kind of shying away again. You see, like, this one I mean by like the little periods where I get a little bit shy, even in front of a camera, when I have like 100 videos of me talking. I don't know. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. I don't know what I'll be doing, but every day I'm gonna be posting a video. So we'll see what we have in store for tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Bye bye. Turn off! Fucking button is broken. Bumba clock.